Hey folks, it's Ben from BH Drum Academy here, and today we're talking about drumsticks. There are lots of types of drumsticks that you can get from the local music store, but it's really hard to decide which ones are the right ones for you. So today we're going to talk about what you need to know about drumsticks. Now, there are lots of different types of drumsticks to make different sounds on the drums. There are these typical wooden drumsticks that many people kind of think about when they think drumsticks. There's also mallets and brushes and rods, and they're all very specialty stuff. So today we're going to be talking specifically about the wooden type of drumsticks. So first, let's talk about the drumstick tip. There are lots of different types of tips that go with drumsticks. You can get them made from wood or you can get them made from nylon. They also come in different shapes and sizes. They have acorn shape, teardrop shape, barrel shape. They have arrow shape. There's tons of different shapes. And all of these shapes relate to the amount of surface area that it provides. So the more the surface area of the drumstick that touches the drum, the softer or quieter that the sound is. The smaller the surface area, the louder and more precise and more pronounced the sound is going to be. Some people also choose wood tips or nylon tips. So wood tips, they can crack and chip over time, but they kind of create a bit more of a louder and darker sound, especially on the cymbals. And nylon tips, they usually create more of a brighter sound when you hit the cymbals. But nylon lasts generally a little longer than wood tip. So some people just choose one or the other depending on what style of playing they are. If they're playing a lot of drum tip on the cymbals themselves, then that will make a big difference. Now, the type of wood that drumsticks are made from also makes a big difference. In the middle ground is probably hickory. That is a more versatile style of wood. It's about a medium weight and it's a medium feel, and they're quite durable in comparison to lots of other drumsticks. On the one other end, you have oak drumsticks, which are very heavy and very, very durable. And then on the other end of the spectrum, you have maple drumsticks, which are very light and just made to feel a bit quick. So if you are a fast type of player or you need fast hands or a fast style of music, maple might be a good option to go to. You can also get aluminum or polyurethane sticks, and they're very, very durable, and you can just buy the replacement drum heads as you need them if they break or if they chip away. But they're very, very durable, and they can last you a lot longer than wood drumsticks. Now, in music stores, you might also see a bargain bin, or like a big bin of very, very cheap drumsticks. As a general rule of thumb, the more expensive a pair of drumsticks are, the better they probably are. The cheaper they are, chances are they're not going to be that great. Lots of the cheap bargain brand sticks are made of like a blended wood, kind of like the same wood you might find in plywood or any kind of wood you might build things with. So I would suggest to stick towards the hickory, oak, maple, or the aluminum polyurethane style of sticks. Those kind of sticks are made for drumming. Not bargain bin sticks were made to be cheap. Next, let's talk about the names of the sticks, the letters and the numbers specifically. When you're at a store and you're looking at all the drumsticks on the shelves, there's everything from 2A, 2B, 5A, 5B, 7A, 7B, and then you got all your specialty sticks, 55s and different styles of sticks, different signature sticks. Oh, they're so overwhelming. So the numbers in the names of the drumsticks refer to the thickness of the stick. So, for example, the 2 is a very thick stick, usually for rock or metal playing and heavy hitters. 7s are usually very, very thin stick, and they're used for jazz or very, very light playing. And then you have the 5s, which are right in the middle. And the letters for the drumstick names also have a meaning. The letter S is usually for symphonic or orchestra types of settings. So if you play in like a school band or a marching band or something very specific like that. The letter B refers to a type of style of stick that is made for rock drumming or pop drumming or country drumming, where it's a bit more versatile, but a little bit of a heavier feel or heavier hitting. And the letter A refers to jazz style of music or very light playing that might happen. Another thing you might want to know about drumsticks is something called the taper. And the taper is where the drumstick goes thick from one end and to go thin towards the tip of the drumstick. Now, the longer the taper of the drumstick, the more rebound or bounce that it's going to have. And the shorter the taper, if it goes down, slants down pretty quickly towards the end, that is a less of a rebound of the stick. And that's gonna matter to the style of playing that you have. Generally speaking, I like a middle taper because it gives me the best of both worlds. But some styles of music, especially if I'm playing heavy rock, I'll wanna use drumsticks that have a very short taper because they give me a lot more sound, and I don't need to have lots of bounce with my drumsticks at that part. But if I'm starting to play some really light country or jazz music, I might want to use a stick that's a bit lighter and a longer taper. So that's going to give me a little bit more of a rebound control as I go off cymbals, and I can quickly recover to go to the next hit when I'm playing my drums. The last thing I want to talk to you about is something called stick grips. There are lots of products out there that help give people a little extra grip when holding the drumsticks, especially if you tend to drop them a lot as you play. Some people's hands they create sweat, or they end up getting more slippery as they get more heat when you play. So there's some products out there that are designed to help you fix that problem. Some drumsticks have even a rubber coating. For example, the Zildjian sticks, they have these dipped sticks where they have a rubber dip on the end of it that give a little bit more grip. They also have some things like stick wax as well, and it's just kind of like a little candle wax that you would rub onto your drumsticks before you would play a show, so that it makes the feeling of the sticks a bit more tacky. You can also get stick tape, where you actually tape the sticks up. And I used to use those once upon a time, but I found that as I was starting to play harder music, like rock or metal, I would grip the sticks a little bit more, and they would end up rubbing and wearing off and then falling off in the middle of a show. So if you don't grip the sticks that hard, this stick tape might work for you. There's also famous drummers out there who wear gloves, and there's also even different types of sticks that have a certain coating on it, like lacquered sticks, or you might even see some sticks called naked sticks, or these specialty type of sticks that heat up as you play that provide a little bit more grip. There's science behind drumsticks is so advanced to fix all these little grip problems. So I suggest just to do your research and just try lots of sticks out. So when you're in the store and it's time to buy a new pair of drumsticks and you don't know which pair to get, I recommend you think about some of the things that we talked about: the thickness of the stick, the tip of the stick, what you need from the drumstick, what style of music that you play, and some of these things are going to help you decide which stick is the best one to try. There are lots of different brands, and one brand of drumstick versus another brand of drumstick on the same size do feel a little bit different. So I suggest when you get to the store, take a few drumsticks and practice on some of the drum pads or practice pads, or even the practice electric kits that are at these drum stores, and see how they feel. You do want to feel comfortable with these sticks, and they do want to feel really good in the hands. They don't want to feel super heavy or too thick for the size of your hands. They do want to feel comfortable, and they do want to provide the service that you need them for. They do need to bounce if you need them to bounce, or they do need to hit hard and last you and be durable if you need them to. So consider these tips when you're picking your drumsticks next time you're out. For more drum tips, information, lessons, and videos, go to my website, bhdrumacademy.com. Talk to you soon, everybody. Take care.